Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie make history in Nepal as they attend moving parade. The parade marks the end of the highly competitive selection process, with just 275 graduating today after 13,000 applicants. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh made history today by becoming the first members of the royal family to attend the annual Gurkha attestation parade, a landmark moment for young Nepalis joining the British Army. Sophie and Edward joined new recruits and their families at the conclusion of the hour-long ceremony, congratulating the men for their impressive achievement. In a moving speech, the prince said, "Always remember you are a soldier in the British Army, but you are a son of Nepal. Be proud of both." The parade marks the end of the highly competitive selection process, with just 275 graduating today after 13,000 applicants. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. It sees take the oath of allegiance and hand over control of the parade from British Gurkhas Nepal to the training officer of Gurkha Training Company, signifying the moment that the recruits are officially under command in the army. Edward told them, "You are joining a regimental family, with a reputation for loyalty, service, and courage. Your family ought to be very proud of you." The parade celebrates the shared history and more than 200-year partnership between the UK and Nepal and the service of Gurkhas in the British Army, as well as the opportunity it offers to young Nepalis. Edward and Sophie arrived at British Gurkhas Pokhara and were received by Colonel Dan Rex, Commander British Gurkhas Nepal, and joined General Strickland, Colonel Commandant of the Brigade of Gurkhas, to inspect the ranks on the parade square to a medley of Lady Gaga songs. The couple, with the reviewing party, then presented 38 coronation medals and 2 long service and good conduct medals to Gurkha and British staff on parade, with Sophie and Edward presenting 10 medals each. After Buddhist and Hindu prayers, the trainee riflemen took the attestation oath. In files of 4, the trainee riflemen marched to the tables, saluted a portrait of the king, touched the Union flag, saluted again and marched off. Following the parade, the Duke and Duchess met some of the new intake of Gurkhas and their families to celebrate their achievements. It's an incredible moment of pride for the families, but tinged with sadness as they say goodbye to their sons before their flight to the UK on Monday. They will not be reunited again for another 9 months, but for many it's more likely to be after 1-2 years of service. Duchess Sophie makes secret tweak to surprising lime satin dress. On Tuesday, the Duchess of Edinburgh was spotted with Amina Priscilla Longo, the Minister of State for Women and Child Protection for Chad, during her solo visit. Duchess Sophie, 59, was seen wearing an unexpected lime green dress, the Brooke style from Amanda Ross X Solar London. The royal made a subtle tweak to the satin number, swapping the crew neck for a flattering V-shaped style. Prince Edward's wife also changed the blue waistband for a metallic belt with a chunky reflective buckle. Translated to English, the Chadian politician penned, "I had the pleasure of sharing a Chadian coffee this morning with Her Royal Highness, Sophie the Duchess of Edinburgh, who is staying in Chad. We discussed her commitment to women's rights and children's education, especially in times of crisis," she continued. She wanted to pay tribute to Chad in coordinating the response to refugees and especially the hospitality and resilience of the host communities. On Monday, Prince William's aunt made a speech at the British Embassy in N'Djamena, having met charity workers and NGO workers. She was seen in a red ankle-skimming wrap dress from Ghost with a white star and crescent moon print. The Duchess is visiting the African country with UNICEF representatives. At the beginning of the trip, she was moved to tears, having met with refugees who had fled the civil war in Sudan. Prior to the visit, Sophie stepped out on a number of outings wearing printed looks. On the 4th of October, the Duchess spoke with members of the 5th Battalion, the rifles during a medal presentation ahead of their homecoming parade, after a 6-month deployment in Estonia at Picton Barracks in Wiltshire. She was seen wearing a pink and khaki floral dress from Erdem with a collared neckline and 3/4-length sleeves. The designer number was teamed with the Rosalia heels from Jimmy Choo. The royal also opted for a printed outfit when she wore a grey plaid suit from Vince when she opened the Domaine Evermond winery in Kent. The classic ensemble was teamed with a duck egg blue satin shirt and the on-trend Ixia 80 burgundy patent pumps from Jimmy Choo, which had her looking like an autumnal it girl. Tireless Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, set to be crowned hardest working royal. 4 years, princess, and has been dubbed the hardest working royal. But now the Duchess of Edinburgh is on course to take her crown after more than doubling the number of engagements she has conducted this month compared to last year. So far, Sophie has undertaken 38 appointments compared to the 18 she carried out in September 2023. By comparison, the Princess Royal conducted 20 last year, as listed on the court circular, dropping to 13 so far this month. Sources say the Duchess, 59, has become a secret weapon as she steps up to support the royal family. Sophie has been working extremely hard over the past few months to bridge the absence gaps, said one insider. She is starting to become the hardest working royal, which is inevitable because 3 of the top dogs have been out of action due to illness or injury. Both King Charles and the Princess of Wales have missed most of the year. Not only did they have to step back after undergoing treatment for undisclosed types of cancers, but Anne was also absent in June and July following an injury she sustained on her country estate from a suspected horse kick. Despite suffering a serious head injury which inevitably led to a drop in the number of engagements she could undertake, the Princess Royal has been slowly getting back in the saddle and increasing the number of appearances she has conducted since the accident. The 74-year-old has often been credited as the hardest worker among the royals, with many fans praising her for her recent official appearance in the Netherlands. Last weekend, she represented the king during a poignant ceremony to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Arnhem, which saw paratroopers jump from planes over the site. In the meantime, Sophie has been stepping up her royal engagements both at home and abroad. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.